We have to have something that brings everything together across numerous disparate systems. So the term that we use is injecting the D&B DNA into everything, and our goal is to have that be the enabler for us to then enable us to do the analytics that we can use to drive revenue growth.
In terms of the risk management area and the things that we do, we are highly integrating your data into our strategic applications, such as Salesforce, such as a document management system that we're using. We've built across the global enterprise, the matching capabilities internally in conjunction with your logic. So we've really partnered to make sure that our logic is tying in so that we can do proper verification and some quality control around that. The world revolves around the centralized data. So the hub in the model has to be able to be the controlling point and serve out all the different all of the different pieces of data.
Have a major focus is on healthcare, obviously, with everything that's going on in the government arena with healthcare. Our healthcare industry is booming with the solutions that we can serve up to the healthcare industry, but we need more information in order to be able to target appropriately. When you look at employee numbers inside D&B, are they part-time? Are they full-time? We're not quite sure. So if we had a full-time equivalent headcount, it would be extremely helpful. If we knew number of beds, you could use that as a surrogate to be extremely helpful. But to size the healthcare industry, to know more about it, to potentially understand who desktop providers are and if their records are electronic or not, there's several other components of such a growing industry that have to be of interest to more than just us. The key to everything and the key to our success is going to be able to take the niche data in addition to the firmographic data that you have, in addition to the hierarchy data that you have. Alternative linkage jury's still out a little bit in terms of our vetting as to how well that will actually help us in all of our different aspects of the business. But it's that integration and bringing it all together that are going to be the keys to success in the future, and success in the future is going to be survival. So for us, being able to work with Dun & Bradstreet, the main benefit is integration. We need help bringing everything together. We've selected you as the company to help us do that.
I like the idea of the whole approach going to the APIs, but having the APIs in such a way so that you can kind of pull back what you need, because I've got different applications, and I may have, the sales app may want to go out and pull back certain pieces of information that I don't want to keep in the master file. I just want to have sales or marketing have it there to use for their purposes, and then have the master file, which is my domain really, to be able to go out and get that very structured data that's going to be, you know, more static. I would be very interested right now if you could sell a little web applet that I didn't have to design. I could just buy the web applet, put it on one of my servers, and go get certain pieces of information. You know, if I could introduce this thing to my sales organization, yeah, the end goal would be to put it within Salesforce or within our account research piece of that and have it fully integrated. But to start showing some value, I could run a pilot with a little web applet to go get certain pieces of information. If I go and say, I got another project, we've got to go ahead and, you know, do all this and change 3 systems, but you know, guess what? You're having a problem. Here's this web app, but keep it open on your desktop, just pop it in, put in our account ID or a DUNS number, it goes and gets it, brings it back, it solves the problem. Right now, our marketing group sends out, does campaigns, and we get responses back from individuals. All we're doing right now is some very rudimentary matching against people that are already in our database. And then we're trying to, if we get a match, take that information back over into Eloqua, which is our marketing product. We've already talked to D&B about their new APIs and doing matching so that I can match on a domain of that email coming in from the person and gather immediately all of the company information that might be pertinent to then seed Eloqua and provide the marketing guys inside sales a whole lot more information.
The sales side of the house would be more targeting the structures of the hierarchy and the target areas of where they need to go and sell. Part of the pilot program and reporting that we're doing is we're also looking at benchmarking and putting benchmarking on iPads that sales team can take with them out on calls. So that's a very big push. That's a global effort. It's going to require quite a bit of global data to be able to do that and to do that fairly well. So it's in its infancy, but it's something that we're pretty excited to see how that's going to come to fruition.